You serious?
Hello, this is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Sean.
And this is a show where Sean and I go on the internet and have fun with you. Two friends having a laugh at some funny stuff, some funny news stories, some funny phrases. Sometimes we even make words as well. You get me? But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the show. But actually, sorry. No furthering or doing. Let's just get straight into some shouts. Hello to Evie in Greece, or Evie in Greece, saying, "You guys are absolutely hilarious. I'm an English teacher in a private school in a small Greek town, and once a fortnight we have a happy funny day. So I like sharing some of the jokes you share. My students burst into laughter every single time. However, my boss keeps staring at me in a weird way. I guess I'm going to get fired soon, but what the hell? Thank you." Fair dues, isn't it?
Depends if you're picking like the more PC ones or the, as well. So it's,
Yeah. I mean, listen, little Johnny jokes.
yeah,
I don't know if they're a bit too strong. You know what I mean?
could be.
Yeah, could be.
But
bro.
she just as an English teacher in a private school, we don't know what age group that is. But
I mean, it's a private school. They're paying for it, so
big up Evie.
yeah, big up you.
We have another one from Jacqueline in the UK. She says, "I've just listened to episode 103 and there is a book called Why Do We Say That by Scott Matthews. It's a good read. It will be good to include in your show. I'm a new listener. Thanks for keeping me company at work." Why Do We Say That by Scott Matthews.
Why do we say that?
I'm going to have a look at this this book.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Is that in reference? That's in reference to us having that game where we were making up words, basically. Innit?
Oh, I was supposed to bring that dictionary. That was supposed to bring the obscene. I think it's called the Obscene Dictionary or something of the sort. I'm going to bring that next week.
What was our word?
Our word was elactualization.
Elactualization. And what was it? What did
It was
mean
the
again?
elation of completing something that that was predetermined.
Okay, right.
Something like that.
That first bite into a Snickers bar that I'm going to have later on today.
That you were thinking about earlier on in the day,
Yeah.
thinking, I want to be in that moment there when I'm biting into it. And then when you're actually there doing it, that feeling of...
I'm starting to elactulate eating a Snickers now.
So
I really am.
your brain's not going to be here at all now, is it?
Sorry, what?
We should just... never mind.
Yeah.
Should we just
Yeah.
just leave it and come back?
I don't know.
Do you want to go get Snickers first?
Yeah, Snickers is all I heard. All right, cool. We've got another shout actually before we crack on, Sean, if you want to get to it. Oh, shall I do it? Yeah, you do it. You go on.
No, you go for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we haven't. See, that Snickers just totally threw my mind.
If you just went, and this one is from Snickers.
Snickers from Snickers.
Saying, I'm full of nuts. And
All right, man. Anyway, look, the reason why we might be a bit funny and look a bit different, sound a bit different is because we're actually using a new bit of kit. Actually, I can talk about it in our killer bit, actually, some new kit that we're using. So the mics might sound different. I found some sound effects that we didn't have. We even found a different of the week. If you don't know what of the week is, you're about to hear it because we're about to step into our jokes.
Of the week.
I don't like that one.
you're not a fan?
I like the old one.
Of the week.
Yeah, it just feels weird now that just
Yeah.
doing like a slightly
Both at the same
different
time.
Of the week.
one. Now that's just too much of your voice.
And then if they're
inside my head,
they're slightly off as well, this could really jar you.
Of the week.
That's a lot.
Is it
That's a
annoying
lot
now?
of your voice in echo. And
I mean, top quality podcast. But yeah, anyway, it's time for our jokes of the week. If you want to send yours in, jokes@howtokillanhour is where you fire them over to. And if you don't want to, then don't, innit? But you can just listen.
Yeah.
All right, man, Sean. Are you ready to roll?
I'm going to kick you off. I've got a short one.
all right,
It's called a short one, but I like it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What do dildo farmers have to protect their crops from?
I don't know. What do they have to protect their crops from?
Squatters. Come on.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro. That's actually sick. Oh, that's actually really good. All right, I got a longer one for you, Sean. And this is where I have to really try not to punch up the F line, right? Okay. So,
Snickers.
A Snickers walks into a bar. Right. A woman who only speaks Spanish goes into a store to get new socks. She goes up to the worker and says, "¿Dónde están los calcetines?" But the worker doesn't speak Spanish and can't understand, so they walk over to some shirts and go, "Is this what you want?" The woman shakes her head. The worker walks to a rack of pants and goes, "Is this what you want?" The woman shakes her head again. The worker goes up to some socks and lifts one up and goes, "Is this what you're looking for?" The woman smiles and says excitedly, "Ah, eso sí que es." The worker frowns at the lady and says, "Well, if you can spell it, why didn't you just do that first?"
It's a great joke. Oh, it only obviously bangs if you can speak Spanish as well with it. But
Yeah. I like it. Though.
It's a smart joke. It's
Yeah, right. That is
for our Spanish listeners out there.
contingency. See,
See, man.
yeah. Oh man. Okay.
I enjoyed your attempt at Espanol.
I'm sweating just trying to get through that one, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you did a fairly good job there, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you did an reasonable job.
Reasonable,
Yeah.
decent, best. All right.
Okay.
Oh, this is a remix on an old one that we might have heard before.
Love a
but-
remix.
okay.
Give me the remix.
There's a woman on the beach with no arms and no legs. A man spots her and thinks he's going to go and speak to her. He walks up to her and starts chatting her up. "Have you ever been kissed before?" "No," she replies. "May I?" "Sure." So he starts kissing her. She thoroughly enjoys it. "Have you ever had your boobs touched before?" "No, I haven't." "May I?" "Sure," she says. She's in heaven. "Have you ever been licked before?" "No," she replies. "May I?" "Sure." He starts licking her and she is in ecstasy.
Jeez.
He looks at her. "Have you ever been fucked before?" "No," she replies excitedly. With that, he picks her up and throws her in the ocean. Now, you're fucked. We did have,
I love it.
We did have a mermaid joke of something similar, didn't we?
Yeah,
We did.
Oh, man, we're just purveyors of the jokes. All right, cool. A kung fu student asks his master, "Master, why does my ability not improve? I'm always defeated." The master, pensive and forever patient, answers, "My dear pupil, have you seen gulls flying by the setting sun and their wings seeming like flames?" "Yes, master, I have." "And a waterfall spilling mightily over the stones without taking anything out of its proper place?" "Yes, master, I've witnessed it." "And the moon, when it touches the calm water to reflect its enormous beauty?" "Yes, master, I've also seen this marvellous phenomenon." "That's the problem. You keep watching all this crap instead of training."
Oh, do you know? I'm not gonna lie, right? So I did when I did martial arts when I was younger.
Yeah.
I had I literally had a Sifu who he would like chat to me to try and get information, and as soon as I'd be like, "Yeah, I was playing football" or something like that,
Yeah.
boy, man would give me like a half-an-hour lecture about playing football. He's like, "It's the devil's game. You should not be playing. You should be here training." Right,
Really?
yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, still."
The devil, yeah, but still just doing kick-ups at the same time with nunchucks at the same time, casually. Oh, sorry, wrong game.
Absolutely grilled.
Why was he against it?
Because people used like, I mean, I'm guessing
Man
from
call it the devil's game, you know.
yeah, I'm guessing from a certain point, if people are injured, people can't come to your lesson and pay you to teach them, innit?
That makes total
I mean, it
sense.
sounds a little bit sinister, but I mean, like, you know, it is what it is. Maybe.
I mean, maybe you're just a realist, Sean. Who knows?
it could be that.
Yeah, it could be that.
It could be that.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, dramatic.
All right. So this.
Right. Yeah, go on.
Right. So
Okay.
but this is a slightly different. This is a bit of a take on the Earth.
Crack
Thank you.
on,
That
crack
means
on.
that okay.
It's a
So-
different take on the Earth.
You know the one that was like Earth. Thank you. That means the world to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
got
yeah.
some
Oh.
replies. It's got some replies
Oh,
to
yeah.
it. So I'm going to kick it
Alright,
off.
cool,
Right. So it starts off with, "Do you like eucalyptus? Eucalyptus this dick. Do you like fitness? Fitness dick in your mouth." Wait for it. "Do you like the Imagine Dragons? Imagine dragging these nuts over your face." Wait for it. "Ever played Sea of Thieves? Sea of Thieves nuts fit in your mouth." These are all replies by this time, and there are some good ones. "Do you know Candice?
So, candies fit in your. Go on.
No, I'll let you finish it.
Candies nuts fit in your mouth. Is that what it is?
And there's wait. "Do you like tapes and CDs? Okay, I'll take my dick to your forehead so you can see these nuts. One more. You know Sofa King?
Mm-hmm.
Sofa King? What's that? Sofa King good at putting these balls in your mouth.
What would we call these
I
the
was like,
worst ever chat up lines or the crassest chat up lines ever?
Something like that. But I want replies.
Please just look at the camera and say, these are the crassest chat up lines ever. And then
These are probably the crassest chat lines ever, but you have some more crass lines. Please add to them.
Okay.
Please
cool.
do.
We'll do that then. That is fabulous, Sean. Okay. While riding my Harley Davidson to avoid hitting a deer, I lost control and landed in a ditch, severely banging my head. I crawled out of the ditch to the edge of the road where a beautiful woman asked, "Are you okay?" As I looked up, I noticed she wanted to help me. "I'm okay, I think," I said, as I pulled myself up to the side. She said, "Get in and I'll take you home and I can clean your bandage on your head." "That's nice of you," I answered, "but I don't think my wife will like me doing that." "Oh, come on. I'm a nurse," she insisted. "I need to see if you have any more scrapes and anything else and then treat them properly." Well, she was pretty and quite kind and I was kind of shaken up, so I agreed. But I did repeat, "I'm sure my wife won't like this." We arrived at her place, which was just a few miles away, and after a couple of cold drinks and bandaging, I thanked her and said, "I feel a lot better, but you know what? My wife is going to be really upset, so I better go now." "Don't be silly," she said with a smile. "Stay for a bit. She won't know anything. And by the way, where is she?" "Still in the ditch with my Harley, I guess."
Classic. This one's called Old Wives' Tales.
Oh, here we go.
You know how they say when the palm of your hand itches,
Yeah.
you're going to get something?
Yeah.
Well, if your crotch itches, it means you already got it.
Love it. Love it. All right. An old man goes to see a rabbi. "Rabbi, something terrible is happening and I have to talk to you about it." The rabbi asked, "What's wrong?" The man replied, "My wife is poisoning me." The rabbi, very surprised by this, says, "How can this be?" The man pleads, "I'm telling you, I'm certain she's poisoning me. What should I do?" The rabbi says, "Look, I'll tell you what. Let me go and talk to her. I'll see what I can find out, and then I'll talk to you afterwards." A week later, the rabbi calls the man and says, "I spoke with your wife. I spoke to her on the phone for 3 hours, actually. Do you want my advice?" The man said, "Yes, please, anything. What can I do?" The rabbi replied, "Take the poison." Oh, cheeky rabbi. I reckon that rabbi's name's Johnny, you know. He's Johnny the rabbi. He is.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard someone say cheeky rabbi. Yeah, that's got a good ring to it.
I like it.
An old married couple are sitting on a park bench. The wife licks...
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Come on.
That kind of joke.
Wait, clip
Right,
that.
Let me try that again.
That's the wrong episode. That's how to shag now, mate.
An old married couple are sitting on a park bench. The wife looks over at her husband and asks, "What did you think the first time you laid eyes on me?" The husband replies, "In fact, I wanted to fug your brains out and suck your titties dry." "Okay, and what do you think now?" she purrs. "I did a pretty damn good job." Touche.
And she's like, "Is it?" All right, mate. That's the extra line, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Sure you did, mate.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, all right, mate. High five yourself. Right.
That just reminds me of the. Have you seen the? I think it's on Call of Duty. There's one of the emotes afterwards where there's like the guy he goes like that, and then he's like, he ends up like giving high five. Someone always tickles me. Anyway.
Oh man. Oh, by the way, quick side note: people can use emotes to see over walls in COD. They tap an emote, and sometimes the camera moves slightly, and they've been using it to see around stuff.
Yo,
just so you know. Anyway.
Sneaky.
2 engineers were standing at the base of a flagpole looking at its top. A woman walked by and asked what they were doing. "We're supposed to find the height of this flagpole," said Sven, "but we don't have a ladder." The woman took a wrench from her purse, loosened it a couple of bolts, and laid the pole down on the ground. Then she took a tape measure from her pocket, took a measurement, and announced 21 feet and 6 inches, and walked away. One engineer shook his head and laughed. "A lot of good that does us. We asked for the height, and she gives us the length." Both engineers have since quit their engineering jobs and are currently serving as elected members of parliament.
I was wondering where that was going.
Nice. Sorry about that. Punched up the line again.
Oh, this is a classic, but I just think this joke's so
Please,
good. So.
give me a classic.
A sadist, a masochist, a necrophile, a murderer, a zoophile, and a pyromaniac are all sitting on a bench in a mental institution. Let's have sex with the cat, says the zoophile. Let's have sex with the cat and then torture it, says the sadist. Let's have sex with the cat, torture it, and then kill it, shouted the murderer. Let's have sex with the cat, torture it, kill it, and then have sex with it again, says the necrophile. No, let's have sex with the cat, torture it, kill it, have sex with it again, and then burn it, says the pyromaniac. There was a silence. And then the masochist said, meow. It's gonna be a good night.
Meow. Meow. That's what it is, isn't it? Meow. All right, I like that. Okay, cool. My wife has sleeping issues. She wakes up at 2 or 3 a.m. every night and can't go back to sleep. I told her to wake me up for some segs when that happens. She suddenly doesn't have a sleeping problem anymore.
Oh, marriage counselling 101. That is quality. This one's called Hear Me Out. I just had sex with a blind woman. She said I've got the biggest dick she's ever felt. I said, stop it. You're pulling my leg. I can see the twinkle in your eye that you did it. It's a classic.
All right. I think
wait. The responses to it were, guess you didn't see that coming. And the next one was, you really have to hand it to her.
Oh,
come on.
Classic.
Come on.
My friends all claim that I'm the cheapest person they ever met. I'm not buying it. I've got one more for you, then I promise I've done.
I got a long one.
You got a long one there? All right, let me give you the short one first. A pirate got lost and his hand was replaced with a cheap metal prosthetic. Now all the other pilots call him Crapped In Hook.
That's a good
That's just, I was fucking busting up, bruv. Oh, man. All right.
Can I just... I've got to say this, yeah? Whilst I was looking up content for this week, the joke that made me crack up the most,
yeah,
it's one of them ones that it's like I'm like, oh, I can't do that, but you know when something just absolutely tickles you, and I was there like laughing to myself for like 2 minutes, and then I was like, damn it, I don't think I can do this.
One day, bruv.
I think it says more about how messed up my brain is.
Yeah. So. Certain jokes when you like laugh and then look over your shoulder to check no one was reading.
Even though you're at home and making sure there's not a mirror, but someone's like recording like my phone. You're like, right. Little Johnny was playing with his new train set while his mother worked in the kitchen. She listened while he played and heard, chugga chugga, woo woo, screech, Tulsa Station, last train to Sioux Falls. Any of you bastards and bitches getting off, get off. And any of you bastards and bitches getting on, get on. Chugga chugga, woo woo. She steps out the kitchen and tells Johnny, we don't use that kind of language, Johnny. If I hear it again, you go into your room. She returns to her work and hears chugga chugga woo woo, screech, Kansas City Station, last train to Sioux Falls. Any of you fuggers getting on, get on. Any of you fuggers getting off, get off. Chugga chugga woo woo. She steps out again and angrily says, Johnny, I told you not to use foul language. Now go to your room for 15 minutes. Johnny shoots her an angry look, stomps up the stairs. 15 minutes later, she hears him coming back down and starts playing again. Chugga chugga woo woo, screech, Omaha Station, last train to Sioux Falls. Anyone getting on? Get on. Anyone getting off? Get off. She breathes a sigh of relief and then hears, and if you're wondering why the train's 15 minutes late, ask that cunt in the kitchen. Little Johnny making an appearance. Boom.
Time for our kill a bit, where we talk about how we've killed a little bit of time. Sean, we've had a week where we spoke about a game, didn't we? Previously. Did. And that game, I don't know, might be a small hint about the game in your t-shirt if you're watching on the YouTube. Sean is wearing a Sniper Elite Resistance top. We played Sniper Elite Resistance, man. Bro, we finally cracked on. We finally found the time outside of our busy schedules to play online co-op. Right, I'll let you take it away, man. We've only got about 10 minutes, bro. But
I'm going to put it out there. It was a lot of fun, right? It wasn't it? It was jokes. It was absolutely jokes. It was one of them ones where I think after we were like, we're just gonna like do one mission, and then like 3.5 hours later, we were like, hey, it's like 1 a.m. We should probably
I was like,
probably should
we should wrap it up now, innit?
Well, yawning and that down the way.
You're right.
I thought that I think after we finished our initial feeling was 2-player co-op is just more fun in general.
Way more fun.
Just more fun.
Way more fun. Like, look, we'll start with the real big positives, which is it was a great game. We had a real laugh playing it. Both of us enjoyed it. And co-op for us, I think what I like is you mentioned this before we press record, our pace, innit?
Yeah.
The pace of the way we play is like very we're measured, but we also like to have a bit of fun with the game. Like
and also to try and figure out like what stuff that they've actually put in, because you can we were speaking about this, that we have other friends who are competitive gamers and they'll be like speed running, or they'll, you know what I mean? And whereas we would kind of be running around and you're like, yo, do you reckon like I could throw this bottle here and then like it would like, he will see it and then he will come down here and we could set this, you know, trap here, and then, you know, we were doing all these like mad things in it. Be like, yo, trip out a mine here and see if we can get the vehicle to come, you know, kind of trying to figure out all the bits and bobs that they include, because you can run through a game and only see such a small percentage of it, right?
And and just a quick update, if you don't know what the game about, it's Sniper Elite Resistance is a game by Rebellion Games, and it's about snipering. Basically, the highlight of the game is snipering. You get these X-ray shots where you see through people and you can, like, you know, shoot them in the eye, shoot them through
It's somehow, even though it is repetitive, it somehow doesn't get old though.
Love it. But, bro, they're on like the 5th, I think it's the 5th game now in the series around it. They've nailed it. They've absolutely smashed it.
The snipering, bullet time,
love it.
X-ray stuff, still
all
sick.
day long.
Yeah, still sick.
My only this is my first build, and I think they fixed it, Sean, because after we played, there was an update. They updated the game.
Okay.
And I played. By the way, I played it on both PlayStation and Xbox. I played it in the cloud on
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so they updated it. And Sean and I noticed when we first played co-op, we weren't getting as many bullet times as we wanted, even though I went into my settings and put it all the way up to max when I hosted the game.
Is there different settings for co-op and single player for the bullet time?
I don't know. I just know I can adjust my settings. They look the same, but I made my settings so that I get as many bullet times as possible. I want a bullet time. Yeah, like a X-ray shot, whatever. So they've improved on that, because the only thing is when we were doing our separate shooting, we weren't getting any.
Actually, for the first like half an hour, 40 minutes, actually, we had like one bullet time shot.
Yeah.
And then after that, it almost seemed to like kick in, and then it would happen like every other shot. Or
yeah. I think it's an update, and I think also if you're not looking down your sights when I shoot, or vice versa, it is more likely to get bullet time.
I didn't clock that.
I don't know why, but loved it. But when Sean and I were also doing stuff like throwing grenades, booby trapping stuff, and when you get a bullet time from that and you're watching the way that they ragdoll, it's absolutely jokes, man.
In slow motion, seeing someone do like 8 cartwheels, lick his head off the stairs, innit?
They have those really over the top sound effects as well.
Yeah, there's some Wilhelm screams.
Yeah, that's it. Wilhelm screams all over the dance, man. I love it. You could tell they had fun with it, man. And yeah, like honestly, Sean, like, and this is not, we ain't just saying it, like. This is not paid. We've just been given the game to play. We're thinking of jamming it tonight, innit? Or tomorrow or something, over the weekend.
I can definitely see us just completing it, because as well, it's not it's the pace of as you were talking about, the pace of the game is nice for people like-minded.
Yeah.
If you're looking at something where, you know, you're like gonna go in, take your time, a bit of a slower pace, try and figure it out, not just like running head forth. You actually can be like, okay, so I can see that this is their, you know, the guards or whatever. This is kind of their movement patterns, and you know, you have lots of things you can hide in certain grasses. You can find things like hidden passageways, all that kind of stuff. Which you can run out, but I will say this, a bit like Splinter Cell was back in the day. If you get seen, and like the other part of the game, which is not snipering, is more difficult.
Yeah.
It is like when you're just like trying to run around and get away from people, and you've got like 5-6 guys all just capping you and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes the controls can be, I would say, less smooth than the snipering part of it.
Yeah.
Still not terrible, not terrible. And also, can I just say, I think the first time we spoke about this, there was a couple of glitches where if you're crouching down at the top of stairs, sometimes you would get stuck and something like that. I didn't experience any of that this time that we played.
They done the update. That was second time we played was post update.
So they fixed that. Thank you, Rebellion, for sorting it out.
Yeah, man. Fun game.
All in all, just like you can have lots of fun. It is just like a more slower paced game. But if you're playing it with a friend, and you're like, messing around and trying new things. There's actually quite a lot of avenue in a bit like Hitman was.
It got me thinking. I would love a 2-player Hitman.
Oh, a 2-player Hitman would be sick.
And I think they added a bit more of the the Acme stuff, which I like when it's like piano falling down the stairs or whatever. They added that into Sniper Elite. Another thing about Sniper Elite, I will say this real quick, is I think that they could, if they want. I mean, I know that they've based it all around Nazis, right? And obviously we live in a very sensitive time where you can't really discuss, where Nazis are still safe to talk about and snipering in it, yeah. But then I was like, they could just take it to space, or they could take it to a made up place. I was thinking they could go somewhere else with this, like modern warfare style, where it's like in the future there's a war somewhere over there or whatever. Yeah, you could just make up a place or make up a I
think we kind of touched upon the fact that Nazis are an easy target, and there are not going to be people in the mainstream shouting about the oppression of the Nazis, etc. So it's a very, it's a safe bet. But it has also been done to the death. It's a different one though, because you go into space and it becomes more of a futuristic game instead of a historic game.
Could you make up a place, maybe just like a place? Could you just make up an evil character?
I think as well is that the perpetrator in whatever it is, if you're thinking that you're the hero in this scenario, then the perpetrators are either going to be from a country that exists or a made-up country.
It's got to be a made-up country.
Or it can just be really ambiguous.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't be a racist because I don't know where they're from.
The Black Hand strikes again. Oh, that's racist, isn't it? There's a Black Hand in it. Sorry. The storm cloud commences. I don't know. I just feel like, who is Storm? I'm trying not to say the octopus in James Bond, but basically, the James Bond, they had like the octopus and the tentacles of each. There were many tentacles of this octopus thing. It was like the theme for Daniel Craig's James Bond. Was the octopus? No, was it? Guys, let me know, please.
Wait, I'm not that the symbol. Not like Spectre or something.
Spectre, that's it. Yeah, wasn't it an octopus?
I don't know. To be honest, it's been a while.
Right,
I don't remember that. Yeah. I thought we were talking about Octopussy.
Yeah, it was an octopus. Spectre, yeah. It was an octopus logo.
And what do each of the
calamari?
Each of the legs signifies a different calamari.
It signifies a different flavor rating. It's like the Nando's. What do you want it?
Breaded.
7. I love
like lemon.
Right. Anyway, look. Thanks for listening, guys. It's been an amazing episode today. Thank you for joining us. We got to get out of here. Don't forget. Oh, sorry, I messed up the camera. There we go. We're back again, guys. Don't forget, though. Yeah, don't forget.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
Man, like
It's getting better. It's getting better.
There we go. If you want to send us jokes, it's jokes@howtokillanhour.com, and we'll try and include you in our punishment episode. Till next time, stay blessed. Peace.
I just realised that we haven't had your crime music. What's going on?
We'll bring it in punishment.